That's fine. I can't hear any noise so far, but maybe there will be noise to come. Okay, welcome, Cecilia. Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good, thanks. I'm very well.
Hello, Heidi. Hello, Wafa.
Hello, Wafa. Welcome back. Righty. So, how's everyone doing? Anything you want to share with me today?
I have to give, together with two other classmates, a history presentation on the 13 colonies in the United States.
Ooh, when is this? Today?
Now in 3.5 hours time.
Wow, in 3.5 hours time. Are you ready? You prepared yourself?
Quite. Yes, we have prepared it yesterday and during the weekend.
So
Hello, Koro.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Hi, Koro.
Hello.
So this is a group presentation.
A group presentation, yes, with 68 slides and a video. A video that we unloaded from School Rock. It's a funny one. It's called No More King. It's a 3-minute video. It was my idea.
Nice.
I hope the teacher doesn't take it wrong, because it's a funny touch. It's a funny touch.
No, I'm sure they'll understand. It's good to have a bit of humor in your presentation.
Yes, at the end.
This is towards the end, yeah? At the end of the presentation.
Yes. And my classmates, of course, could be my daughters, because they are in their 19-year-olds, and I asked them to take the part they wanted to take from the presentation. So they let me the South. And the South are the worst people, because they were the ones that kept slaves for longer. And
yes.
It's so tough.
I know.
But, well, I have to put up with that.
Yeah, it's gonna be something. Yeah, I can imagine. On how many states? On all the states? I guess it's 7. Just 5 states.
No, they are the 13 colonies.
I see.
But we have divided it in the 3 areas: the South, the Middle, and the North, New England. So my part is the South. North and South Carolina, Georgia, Maryland, and that's it. No? That's it.
Wow. Yeah, that's good. I love history. I'm really intrigued by history. Yeah.
Yes, it's important.
Yeah, it's very important.
If we learn about history, we are not condemned to repeat it.
Exactly. Yeah. You know how they say history repeats itself. So, especially if it's a bad part of history, and if we educate our children and our students, then those bad cycles will stop. You know. Absolutely. And yeah, I agree with you. That's cool. Has anyone else done a history presentation? Or is about to do one? Heidi, have you studied much history? Heidi studied a lot.
I'm sorry, my name is a little noisy, so I was talking with him.
That's fine, no problems. Anyone else? Koro, did you do any history studies when you were at school?
Yes, I was going at the German school from San Sebastian, and we have a special study from the history from German.
So you must have studied the Adolf Hitler era.
Yes. It was very, very interesting because it was at the time from Franco in Spain. Well, I was 3 years old when Franco died, but they were very interesting in explain the history from German to not repeat the same mistakes.
Yeah, I see.
Mario Benedetti went to the Germany school here in Uruguay.
I know.
I know you know. I know you know.
Sorry, but
I guess you knew.
I have a photo with Mario Benedetti here.
I know.
Yes.
You told us.
Wow.
You told.
He was in Madrid for 9 years, and it was amazing. I can take a photo with him.
Yes, when we got married.
It is a film. He speaks in Germany. Where is the name from? Who is the name from the film? El lado oscuro del corazón.
El lado oscuro del corazón, yes. When we got married with my husband, the song when I came into the party, because we didn't got married by any religious ceremony, but we got married in the state ceremony. Was in the party, and the song that opened the ceremony was by a poem of a Uruguayan poet, read by Mario Benedetti.
Wonderful.
Not personally, recorded by Mario Benedetti.
Wonderful.
It was very moving. Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. Nice. I bet. I presume the person is. You hold them very dearly to your heart.
Yes.
Right. You hold this person very dear to your heart.
Yes, it was a wonderful person.
He was so humble, Alan, because he was extremely introverted. He did we call it perfil bajo, no, Coro?
Yeah.
He didn't show up at all. He was so humble.
Very down to earth, yeah?
Yes, of course. He wouldn't show up at all.
No showing off or anything like that, no pride.
No, at all. He was always a teacher, because even though he wasn't a teacher himself, he was always preaching.
Now we are trying to have a square in Madrid with his name, because he lived in this square, but the political situation is so bad with the politicians. They didn't know where was Mario Benedetti, and it's crazy. But we hope to conseguir.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And in Uruguay they started a foundation with his name, the artists. Yes, in order to carry on what he left, because he produced so much. Many of his poetry and his prose was unknown. He had a very close friend called Daniel Biglietti.
Yeah, claro. Okay.
Another well-known person, yeah? Daniel. Okay, guys. That was interesting. Nice to hear a nice discussion about famous people and people who have, influenced certain parts of the world like that. Okay, we need to get started, so let's start our class. Science and technology is our topic, and I want to ask you a warm-up question to get something from you. So.
My computer goes wrong. Sorry, I have technical problems.
Oh, you got issues? Oh no.
Okay, one moment.
Are you okay, Coral?
No.
No. I don't know. I wish I could help. There's something we can do. Hello? Hopefully she'll get it sorted. Okay, let me continue then. And so, how did scientists invent such small cameras that we find in smartphones? Researchers, scientists, whoever invented them. I mean, if you think about the camera that's at the back of your, or even in the front of your smartphone, it's tiny. How did they come up with this? How did they invent this? Such small cameras. Who can start? Let's see. I think I know. Cecilia will start. Oh, Wafa! Go ahead.
Most of the inventions that they had made before to get it so small. So that's happened with the camera as well.
Ah, so you're saying that they had already invented many other things before that, and which led to the invention of a small camera in a smartphone. Yeah? So you're saying they used other examples. Yeah? That's good. Good sentence. I like it. I like the structure.
Yes, I agree with Wafa. I think it had been a matter of evolution, that they had started with bigger ones and they had turned into smaller ones gradually. But I was in this topic with another teacher before, and we agreed on spying, that they use them in spying.
Initially,
From one in war, they went from one country into the other country in order to get information from one country into the other. Like Smart's my, I don't remember in English. This funny a serial that mocks about James Bond. Smart's ma. Don't remember.
It's about James Bond.
Yes, but this mocking about James Bond. Smart. Well, I'm going to try to remember. In English, I don't remember. It's a man that goes down into a tube, through a tube, and has a phone in the sole of his shoe, and well, it doesn't matter. It's mocking from James Bond. Well, it's and has a camera in his biro and making it ridiculous. So James Bond paraphernalia.
You're not talking about. Is it a movie?
No, it's a serial.
Series,
serial.
Yeah?
Series. Yes. Mad Smart. No?
I don't know. I think I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember the name either.
Mad Smart. Smart.
That's fine. Maybe it'll come to you.
Mad Smart.
No, it doesn't ring any bells with me. But basically, I think you're right. Yes, these cameras most likely were or had been used by governments, and to spy on other governments. I mean, if you think about the internet, for example, before it went global and it became a public thing, who used the internet before? Or who were the first to use internet? Or what was it used for?
No one, the government.
It was used for the military.
Yes.
Right? It was a military thing. So a lot of these things were first when they get, invented, or when they get discovered, straight away the government wants to make use of it. And then after that, when it's, they had enough, or they've, made good use of it, then they see if they can make a business out of it. And yeah, I mean, look, the internet, they're using it probably even with our smartphones. You don't know. They can probably turn on the camera without you even knowing. They can be seeing you through all these satellites. So how would you know? So there's a lot of things going on with these cameras, and there's a secretive thing going on which we might not be aware of. So yeah, they're good points mentioned. Yeah. Yes. So now I'd like to touch on a pronunciation skill, which well, it's easy to sound awkward when using this our tense, which the tense actually is past perfect. I didn't mention that. Yeah, past perfect. So. And it's important to link words, right, when we're saying these past perfect sentences. So have you heard of reducing your H and gliding with your Y? Have you heard of that before? Yeah? How often do you think it's used? Is it used all the time or sometimes?
No. They try to, you try to do it all the time.
Yeah. So, and so for example,
or at least when you try to be natural, if perhaps you want to emphasize the had, you do pronounce the H. But if not, you soften it, and it disappears.
Excellent. Yes, that's it. Well done, Cecilia. So we often turn had into a contraction to blend with other words. So there are a few ways we do this, right? So, and we want to focus on the easiest one, right? So dropping the H, right, and linking the ad to the previous word. So let's have a look. So if the previous word ended in a vowel, we glide that vowel and the ad, or the AD, by using a light Y. A light Y or W. So I'll give you a sentence. Carlos back. Okay. Here's the sentence. Now, how would you say this sentence? By reducing the H or gliding with a Y. Oh, sorry, it's misspelled. I had already eaten. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, so how would you read this?
I'd
Yes, read the sentence.
I'd already eaten.
Excellent. I'd already eaten. So not I had already eaten, you said I'd already eaten. Well done, Wafa. So basically this is how you might want to spell it, to pronounce it that way. So I'd already eaten. I'd, you add that gliding Y and you eliminate the H. And here's another one for you. Sue hadn't heard the phone. How would you pronounce this? Or what gliding sound or letter would you use?
So hadn't heard the phone.
Again?
So hadn't heard the phone.
Yeah, but I can still hear the H. You're close.
So I don't know.
Cora, do you want to try?
Sue hadn't heard the phone. Sue hadn't heard the phone.
I can still hear the H.
H.
H shouldn't be heard. Cecilia, what do you think?
Ciudadant. 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 It's taking the H would be ciudadant. Ciudadant.
Are you adding a? Did you add a D? You added D instead of the H.
Because I'm taking the HA. Ciudadant. Ciudadant heard the phone. Ciudadant. Student.
So when we reduce the H, what do?
Yes.
We replace it with a gliding Y or a light
J. W.
Yes, W. So how do you say it now? Try using a W. A light, not a really strong one. Because when you say Sue, your lips are perked. So Sue.
Sue.
Yeah, close. So this is how you should actually, write it if you want to pronounce it that way. Sue hadn't heard the phone. Sue hadn't. So there's a slight W, a light W sound you can hear. Sue hadn't. Yeah, because Sue, your lips are already, together. Sue hadn't heard the phone. Sue hadn't heard the phone.
Sorry, but when do we choose the Y and when do we choose the J?
J, you mean W?
No.
Y
the choices
and J.
are W and J, right?
Why? Where did you get
W
J from?
And the semi-vowels, aren't they Y and J?
Semi-vowels.
Yes, in phonetics.
But in this case,
Yes.
are you talking about this case? You're confused when to use them.
Yes, I don't know when to use what sounds? When do we use the W and when do we use to link these sounds?
Usually it depends on the previous word, right? On the vowel sound, or if it's for example here it's Sweden. So you're not gonna really say y like I'd, you know, I'd. So if you use the linking W in I had, how are you gonna use it? It's very difficult to do that. So it's like automatically you see which one fits to continue the had or the ad. So you can't natural. Say it's natural. Yeah, you can't say use the W link, the light W link with I had. So I would already. It's difficult because your lips are not perked. But with Sweden and W is like whoa. So Sweden heard the phone. Sweden heard the phone. Okay, and here you can't really use the linking Y because Sweden. It's like you change it, you put something else in there which doesn't flow. So it's all about the flow. You see? Does it make it any easier?
Yes, I'm trying.
Yeah,
yes, and it's not a semi-vowel, it's a Y. You're right. I am mixing two things.
Because I was a bit confused, perplexed.
Yes.
Where did that come from?
Yes, it comes from a different story, because it's the semi-vowels that is a different story.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. What about this one here? This one is a bit more tougher to pronounce. So his dad had ordered pizza.
His dad.
Okay, how would you say this now?
His dad.
It doesn't always have to have a linking Y, you see, or you know, a light W. As long as you take out the H, then you're fine. So, in this case, we're just reducing the H.
By Y?
There's no Y there's no Y here. Linking Y.
Like,
so, see this, his dad had. So how would you say this sentence without the H in hand?
His dad ordered.
It's not easy, is it?
Because dad has the sound and had.
I've given you the actual how to sort of write it in the correct pronunciation. So can you read that now? The second sentence.
His dad ordered a pizza.
Yeah. Coro or Cecilia, do you want to try? It's good effort.
His dad had ordered pizza. His dad had ordered pizza. But the first one, I must spell this, no? His or is?
No, you can say his.
His, okay.
His dad. His dad. But the H is pretty silent at the beginning, so his dad. His dad. Yeah, it's not like his dad. Yeah, Cecilia.
His dad had ordered pizza.
Yeah, his dad had ordered pizza. His dad had ordered. Yeah, his dad had ordered
His dad ordered pizza. His dad had ordered pizza. His dad had ordered pizza. Dad.
The more you say it, the more silly you'll sound.
Thank you very much.
And then you'll think, what am I saying? It doesn't make sense anymore. Sometimes when you repeat certain words a lot, you don't actually, it doesn't make sense anymore. Anyway, so his dad had ordered pizza. Yeah, his dad had ordered pizza. Okay. All right. There's another one, but then we can leave that other one. So you understand now, basically, yeah. So try to take out the H in head, and you link it with a, you sort of join it with a previous word. And if it's a vowel, depending on what vowel it is, you might have to add the linking Y or the light W. Okay? So let's move on to the grammar part of this. So past perfect. Yeah. Okay, is that big enough for you? I'll make it a bit bigger. Right, the past perfect tense allows you to talk about one event that happened in the past before another event that happened in the past. So we talk about two events really that happened in the past, one before the other. So it shows which event occurred first and which event occurred second. So the way we form it or structure it is this. We have the subject first, I, they, he, she, plus had, plus the verb. And the verb is in past participle. So his manager invited him to dinner, but he had already eaten. Okay, so two things happened. You're invited to dinner, but you had already eaten before the dinner invitation. Then the bus departed at 7 a.m., but the time we arrived, or by the time we arrived, the bus had left. Okay, so the bus had already left by the time, or the bus departed at 7 a.m. Yeah? And secondly, to make a negative sentence in the past perfect tense, you place the word not between had and the past participle. So structure is subject and then had not, and then the past participle after that. So she had not seen him for 3 years. They had not visited me for 2 years. Right? So we just add not in between the had and the past participle. The verb. Thirdly, you can form the past perfect continuous to show that there was an action in the past that continued to a specific time in the past. Okay, so I had been helping her for 2 hours before Jack arrived. Okay, so I had been helping her for 2 hours before Jack arrived. So here we're showing that there was an action in the past that continued to a specific time in the past. Okay, so Jenny had been staying inside all day before it stopped raining. Okay, you use past perfect continuous to show cause and effect. So cause and effect. Jim went to bed early because he had been working all day. So cause and effect. He went to bed early because he had been working all day. She finally had to sit down because she had been walking for 2 hours. Cause and effect. Because she was walking for 2 hours, she had to sit down. That's that. So who wants to give me an example of a cause and effect? Is in past perfect continuous. Take a few seconds to think.
I had been. Is it right?
Yes, go ahead. That's good. Good start.
I had been thinking of a sentence.
And okay, that's good. But I think you might have to add something to that. The cause and effect. So I had been thinking about this sentence for a while because my teacher made me. Yeah, because I made you think about this.
before I give up, or after I
before I decided to give up.
Mhm.
Yes, yes, that's good. My sentence, I like that. Anyone else?
I had.
It's okay. Don't worry about making a mistake.
I had.
So here the examples they give us. Jim went to bed early because he had been working all day.
Can I say?
Yes.
Can I say? I had been cleaning before she arrived.
Yeah. I had been cleaning
Before
Let
my
me-
mom arrived or went.
You can say I had been cleaning for 2 hours before my mom arrived.
Okay.
Yep, that's good.
I had been working on my class plan because I had to present it to my didactic teacher before yesterday.
Yes, nice. Very good. That's a cause and effect example. Perfect. And it's truthful. Represents reality. That's good. So it's pretty straightforward, isn't it? It's not that difficult. Usually we just have to keep in mind there are two things that happened in the past, and we're describing which one happened first. You know, if you want more details on this, I can. If you want it to be more explanatory than what we've already discussed, let me see. Actually, it's not here, is it? Just give me a second. I've got here somewhere. There's another link which I want to share with you. Oh, here it is. Okay, I'll put it here in your chat. If you want to open this link and look at it another time, if you want to get more detailed, grammar, on this past perfect. But you can do that at a later time. So now, let us, if there are no other questions, ladies, we'll open our discussion article. And here is the link for the article. Right. This advertisement really get to me. Okay. Right, so why did they invent the nuclear bomb? Why did they invent the nuclear bomb? Why, you may ask? Basically, let's see, this is an answer given by one of the, I don't know, professionals, I guess, at Wiki Answers. So, the nuclear bomb was invented when it became known that Nazi Germany was actively experimenting with nuclear material to build a possible bomb. Albert Einstein urged President Roosevelt via a letter signed by him that he, the president, seriously commence a project to build a nuclear bomb. The project was codenamed Manhattan Project. Eventually, some of the same scientists that were in Germany were brought to the US, where, with their help, the first bomb was tested. I believe the site is known as Trinity in New Mexico. Besides this fact, Einstein left Germany when he saw the military-type regime in schools on time not to fall in the hands of the Nazi. Right? So, a bit more historical and detailed answer would be Leo Szilard invented the nuclear reactor and nuclear bomb in London in 1933, shortly after the neutron was discovered, as an improved source of neutrons for experiments. He was also very aware of their potential destructive effects. He was not able to build either at the time because of lack of a suitable material. Otto Fisch discovered that uranium-235 fissioned when hit by a neutron, producing an excess of neutrons in Berlin in 1938. This was the first material found that made Szilad's invention practical, but it is a very rare isotope and expensive to concentrate. Szilard wrote the letter to FDR in 1942, but had Einstein sign it because his name and reputation were well known. Had Szilard signed it himself, FDR might not have seen the significance and done nothing. Enrico Fermi built the first nuclear reactor in Chicago, Illinois in 1942. It had a peak operating power of half a watt. Los Alamos Labs built the first nuclear bomb in Los Alamos, New Mexico in 1945. It was tested at Trinity Site, New Mexico on July 16, 1945, with a yield of about 20 kilotons of TNT. There's a bit of info for you. Well. What do you have to say? Any questions?
No.
Okay. So let's start using our past perfect now and put it into place. Might be a little bit difficult, but let's try. So, how did we invent the atom bomb?
It had all started in 1933 with Leo Szilard nuclear reactor in England.
Yes. Yeah. So you mentioned basically it had all started in 1933 in London when Leo Szilard invented the nuclear reactor. Yeah, that's good. Good sentence. Or you can also use, like in this first sentence here, it says, because this was shortly after the neutron was discovered as an improved source of neutrons for experiments. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep, excellent.
To make it a long story and to have many sentences in the past perfect.
Yes. So you can use it in many ways. Yeah, I just wanted you guys to sort of experiment a little bit. That's good. I like that. So now another question would be, why was the atom bomb invented? How would you form this sentence?
Why? Can I say the atom bomb was invented accidentally? No.
Was it? No, I don't think it was.
No, accidentally is other mean. Okay.
So how would we start the sentence?
The atom bomb
Think of the
was invented.
Was
invented.
Past perfect. How would you use a past perfect?
No, I don't know.
Had been, you know.
Had been invented.
Yeah, had been invented.
Accidentally is wrong, no?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think they had an intention. They really they knew what they were doing. Yeah.
Okay.
So the nuclear bomb had been invented.
One moment.
Yeah, think about it.
I am looking in the dictionary. What is the word for something they didn't be planned
Or unintentionally.
unintentionally?
Yeah.
But are you sure, Coro, that they didn't have intention to build it up?
Yeah, I think they had every
I
intention.
am speaking about the experiment from Einstein. Is the question the old question of it?
Yeah, you can link it. So you're saying that Albert Einstein, but didn't he urge the president of America
Okay.
to build a nuclear bomb because he believed that the Germans or the Nazis,
Yes.
you know, were already building and researching.
Yes.
Maybe Coro, I don't know, but maybe he didn't mean to throw it on Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Okay. Yeah. Yes.
The consequence of Americans' action, but because the article here says, let me go to the article. Here the article says, that Albert Einstein and President Albert Einstein urged President Roosevelt. Like urge is that urgió.
Encouraged, yeah.
That they were, yes, they agreed on building the bomb.
Okay.
Because yes, Alan. Sorry.
You can even keep it general and broad. I mean, the question is, why was the atom bomb invented? So, what's a general response to this?
The atom bomb had been invented to be used in the war.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can say the atom bomb was invented, yeah, by researchers and scientists because, and then this is like a cause and effect, because they were maybe strongly encouraged by their governments or by the, you know, and what else can you say? And then you can also talk about the, you know, the political, you know, sphere of things, like saying, you know, a nuclear bomb exists today, or it was invented due to, or so that the governments, or had been invented so that the governments can put fear into the public or into other countries. Because, I mean, it's been around for so many decades now, and it hasn't really been used in wars. Like, you know, you would think. Like every time a war erupts, they could have easily just used a bomb to eliminate whoever they wanted to fight. But it's only been used, I think, on a very, very few occasions. Right?
Okay.
So it's more of a psychological thing, really, stating that, making a statement, look, we are the strongest superpower, we have nuclear weapons, so don't mess with us. You better do what we tell you to do, or we're going to bomb you with a nuclear weapon. So, you know, it's more of a psychological thing as well. So, anyways. So this is probably why, you know, they thought to have this huge atom bomb in the army would be a good thing. So let's see. Okay, this is now more towards the article again regarding the date itself. So when was the first atomic bomb built? There's a lot of dates we have here, so try to put it in our, you know, past perfect.
The first atomic bomb was built.
Was?
Was? Or had been, no, was.
Yes, had been built.
Had been built in 1945.
Well, is there any way you can mention another thing, maybe like it had been built before, or when this and that happened, you know? Because if you make it past, you know, past perfect, then you gotta use two things that happened in the past. Otherwise, if you just use one thing, then you can just say was built. You don't have to use had been built, you know?
Okay, had been built before it was tested.
Yeah?
Okay.
Because they built it first, right? And then they tested it after that.
Okay.
So it was built sometime in 1945. It had been built, right, in Los Alamos, New Mexico, in 1945. Before it was tested on July the 16th.
Okay.
Excellent. Yeah, that's how you can say it. Bravo. And then, now, what do you think? How has this invention affected our world? How would you say this?
Tragically.
Mm.
It had damaged the world tragically, especially Hiroshima and Nagasaki, through decades, and it had affected the world while eternally, because it has stayed a threat forever.
Yes. So you could also, it's a good sentence, you could also say it had changed, you know, the way we, you know, it had changed the way wars take place.
Yes.
Yeah. And relationships between nations.
Yes.
You know, so all this has, you know, it had damaged relationships. Okay. Anything else you want to say to this? Wafa, you're awfully quiet. Are you right? You're listening attentively.
Yeah.
Okay, let me now, let's wrap it up and we'll go through some of the assessment questions. So we'll start with, okay, Wafa, if she doesn't mind. So I'll give you a word, okay, Wafa, and you give me a past perfect sentence, okay, with this verb. So your verb is hey.
What?
Hate. I've put it in the. Can you see it in
Hate.
the chat? Yeah. Hate. You know when you hate something, you don't like it.
I print.
So try to use it now in a past perfect sentence.
Hate.
Hate. You know what hate means when you dislike something.
Okay. I had been hated.
Yep. I had hated. Yep.
To watch a movie a lot. Scary movie a lot. No?
I didn't catch the end of it. I had hated watching scary movies.
Watching scary movie a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Or hated to watch scary movies in general.
Okay. So I had hated scary movies. Yeah. So how can you relate it with another thing that happened in the past? I had hated scary movies. Maybe you can add a time frame for maybe for 10 years before I turned
when I was
20.
a child.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I hated scary movies when I was a child.
Okay. So I had hated scary movies when I was a child. Okay. Okay. What about another one? Here's another word. Wait. Wait. To wait. For somebody. What fuck? Can you give me another one, please?
I had waited to the bus until it arrived.
Yes. Okay. I had waited for the bus. Maybe you can say for how long? I had waited
For a long time.
for a long time before the bus arrived. Yes, that's good. Well done. Thank you, Wafa. Koro.
Yes.
Here we go. Your word is drive. To drive.
I had been driving the car before we arrived in Mexico.
Yeah, that's good.
I think grammatically is correct, but
yeah, maybe it doesn't make too much sense. But yeah, grammatically it's fine. I had been driving the car before we arrived to Mexico, in Mexico. Yeah?
Yes, it's very silly sentence, but
It's okay because you don't have much time to think about it. So it's you're being put on the spot, which is all
I
part of it.
cannot create and be good in grammatic at the same time.
That's okay. You've done well. What about, okay, one more for you. Work. To work.
I had been working hard because the situation was bad.
Yeah, that's good. So you give a cause and effect. Excellent. So I had been working hard because the situation was really bad. Yeah. Excellent. Well done, Koro.
Thank you.
Cecilia, okay, here's one for you. Learn.
I had been learning how to ride a bike for ages, and I still don't master it.
And I still can't master it or haven't mastered it.
And I still haven't mastered it.
Excellent. Nice. Very good. Always creative. Okay, I'll give you one more. I'll give you a bit of a challenge. Escape.
I had been trying to escape from my nightmare last night, but I couldn't wake up my husband. No, only the alarm clock did awake me this morning.
Well, I can't repeat that. I didn't keep up. That's good. So you had been trying to escape your nightmare. Yeah?
Yes, from my nightmare last night, but I couldn't. Only the alarm clock did awake me this morning. Did awake me up this morning.
Oh yeah. Typical sentence from Cecilia. Long sentence.
Yes.
I was followed by an alien from planet ZH1000.
Wow.
The short stories from Cecilia.
You should have been an author. You should be writing novels, science fiction novels.
No. The only thing I write is my diary from the age of 13.
Ah, I see.
Okay.
This is where you get your creativity then. You've been writing a diary for a long time.
Oh,
Nice.
yes. I'm in my 30-something notebooks.
Wow. So how often do you write in your diary?
When I feel I need it, every now and then.
That's cool, yeah. That's very good, I must say. That's very good to do that. You know, somebody has a diary and they keep up.
Yes, and I had a time when I wrote in English.
Wow.
Really? Maybe you should start doing that. Have an English diary.
Again. Yes,
because
I should.
That will be a huge boost in your
help.
It will help you huge in your learning. You know?
Yes.
Because you're pretty much an advanced student, so.
Yes, but it would help me even more. I know.
Yeah. So
but I can do everything.
Yeah, I think all three of you, Koro as well as Wafa. You know, if you have a notebook, you can write in it on a weekly basis. You know, say what happened throughout the week, and just write. I mean, if I had you guys in a proper class, I would make you do that. You know, I would make you do that. I would actually go through all that, but we're sort of limited here. So I would like you to read what you've written and what you've done throughout the whole week. And I think you can do that and sort of improve that way, and you can test yourself, correct your own grammar, you know, correct your own spelling, because that's like one of the best ways to learn and to pick up your mistakes quickly, you know. So if you can do that, that'll be great. Yeah, that's a little tip from me. But anyways, thank you very much, guys. It was a good class. I enjoyed it.
Thank you
very much.
I wish you all the best, and Cecilia, all the best for your presentation.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Have a lovely day, guys.
Thank you.
I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
See you.